Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. And we're having coffee in my beautiful mug that was given to me by someone in Ireland. Thank you, Danielle. It's tea. I'm having coffee, but it's tea. I've had tea in it and I'll have tea in it again. Good morning. Good morning. How are you faring these very interesting energies these days? The other thing that is in the air is it's in the northern hemisphere, it's fall. In the southern hemisphere, it's not quite fall yet, not quite spring there, but there is change in the air. And there is certainly change in the collective consciousness. Is it a high vibe, loving, you do you change? Maybe not so much, but change nonetheless. The truth is, it is the us's, the way showers, the creators, the spiritualists, the Christians that are going to direct that change, whether or not it's rougher than it needs to be, whether it's prickly, razor edged, or if we can bring this change in softer, more gently, make it less painful, maybe a little pain medicine for the birthing process. It is the us's that can direct that change. Anybody who really begins to understand themselves as energy and everything as energy can really be very directive and very focused in the change they want to see. We can also move that change into very much something we do not want to see. And it all has to do with our focus. Today, the reason the change message came up is it was a 5-card draw. 5 is the number of change. So there are 2 on one side, 2 on the other, and 1 in the middle that anchors the 2 sides. These are tarot cards, so I will be looking them up, as I do not, at least maybe some of them I know, and some of them just from the energy of the picture I can channel what it is we need to know about that. But really, this is a time to stay connected to whatever you call your higher power. Whatever shift in life is going on with you, bringing it to them is huge. The 10 of Cups, very much an abundance card. They're all full, except the 10 of Cups came up in reverse. And what this tells me is that I don't need to look at this. I mean, the 10 of Cups is very much an abundance, a fullness. You've got all these cups upright, either full or ready to receive. When it comes up in reverse, it's telling me that we are focusing on what we don't have, the lack, the leadership we think needs to be in place. We're focusing on the poverty, on the what we don't want to have happen. And that's very much what we're creating more of when we focus on it. When we focus on, this argument that is going on, certainly in our country, and, the breakdown of governmental bodies is happening all over the world, not just our country. And so this focus on what we have not liked is breaking things down. What we really want to begin focusing on is what we want, what we desire. And that can be a rough call for those of us who are very responsible adults who no longer engage in daydreaming. Daydreaming is powerful because it is in your energy, creating more of what you do want, creating the feeling about it, and putting it out, because you cannot help that you're a broadcaster. You're broadcasting your energy throughout the world. The next card that came up was the 6 of Pentacles, and a very high vibe card here. Let's look at what that is, because it is a high vibe in that there are 6 lovely pentacles. Again, it's very much a balance card. Page of Cups. Also, I opened to the 10 of Cups. So 10 of Cups is auspicious for relationships. It came up in reverse. And so, again, this is saying we are not focusing on the things we desire. We're focusing on the things we don't want to have happen. The Six of Pentacles. Your gift may arrive as a financial investment in your business from a mentor, a small legacy from a relative. It's a gift. And this came up in upright. A gift is available to us here of some sort. This is very much, pentacles are very much a money type card, an abundance card, a prosperity card. So we've got opposing things here. We've got this abundance and prosperity and all of this, and we've got this negative focus on relationships. And so it's like, okay, we're gonna bring the anchor card in, and it is the world. And the world is very, very high vibe card, very much an abundance of fullness. The world is at your fingertips. This world and way of living is at your fingertips. It is at your thought process. It is at your energy. You want to drop into the heart space for these changing times, because the heart space, love, is really the most powerful change agent there is, the most powerful energy there is. And it is absolutely the way we can shift the world. Celebration, completion, success, reward. That is what the world card is about. So we've got really polar opposites here. We've got shrinkage and angst and, problem in relationships. And we have abundance and prosperity and loveliness coming our way. We've got the manic depressive. We've got two absolute opposites. The anchor is the world. This is saying this is possible for us. This is possible for you. Your focus is what's going to bring this through or hold it back. The next card is the Chariot. This is a journey. Let's see what they have to say about the Chariot here. Every deck is different and every interpretation is different. A journey, determination, self-control, determination. So if we are going to do away with the chasm between us and others, between prosperity and poverty, abundance and lack, it is really up to us. The world is at our fingertips. We get to have the say. And the Chariot saying determination, self-control, a departure from where we have been, a new journey, a new way of walking in the world. If it's going to be, it is up to me. That's a very old phrase. Don't know where it came from, but it is absolutely true. If things are going to happen the way you desire, you are the first step in that thing. The Page of Cups. Let's see what that's about. It came up in reverse. That cup is definitely overflowing. Let's see what the Page of Cups is about. These are very succinct, which is for me the reverse meaning is frustration. And that's certainly where we can be right now, because we want things now. Give me patience, God, now. I call it God. If that triggers you, call it whatever you want. They do not care. It is that we call on them that helps us direct. I was doing some breath work this morning. Very lovely breath work program. This one, I've done several. Very much a way to direct energy, a way to release yourself from this angst, the fear, the anger, the heartbreak that the world could throw us into right now easily. It is really up to us how we handle these shifting energies and how we create the forward energies. I feel like a broken record at times, because it is the same message over and over. So it's just like hammering home. You really need to look to you right now. Physically, this month is very focused on our physical body. Very much the time to really go, okay, what is here for me? What is this that I can do to help this body? And, for many of us, it is a clearing out, a detoxification. And the detox often comes first from our thoughts, our beliefs, our emotions, what we, anger. Anger can be very helpful in life, and it can also be a destroyer of our physical because of held in anger. Again, it may not be all ours. One big emotion that came up was pointed out to me by a total stranger in a process in January. It was the energy of resentment, and I was puzzled. I went, "Oh, okay, well." Um, Good morning, Julia, from your sunny creek in Southwest Pennsylvania. Good morning. Good morning. Um, and so I took that information in and I just went, okay, well, I'm not going to discount that. I'm not a real resentful person. I let things slide off me. I transmute energy, all of that. 6 months later, it erupted to the point I understood the resentment that I was holding and the fact that I had been just squelching it, pushing it down, blocking the truth of what was true for me and how I had just not really addressed it, couldn't really address it till then, didn't see it till then. And so that's another good fact. It is, oh God, I should have done this much sooner, such a long time ago, all of that. Cancel that. You are exactly where you need to be right now on purpose without equivocation. What do you want to do with the rest of your life, the rest of your days? How do you want to move your physical now from where it's at to healthier, stronger, more comfortable, more vibrant, so you can do what you came to do? And some of you out there that are dealing with very, intense physical issues may want to be leaving. It may be the way out. It's really up to you and your creator and your timeline. What did you come for? Robert Redford died either yesterday or the day before. I saw it yesterday, and that made me very sad. He wasn't a big mover and shaker, but I think he was a decent man in an industry that's full of not decent focus, attention, intention, and abilities. And he maintained a pretty decent personage. There are several that have, and there are many that are living in the deceit and the deception that industry is. I mean, it is all illusion. And they're real willing to jump up and tell us how to live. People with that kind of platform that deem that they know better when they've lived a life based in deception and anger and lies and depravity. You want to be very mindful of who you're taking direction from. Connecting, I'm open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me, is very powerful, and connecting to whoever, whatever, your guides, your angels, your companions, God, creator, the central sun, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Abdullah Baha'i. I'm sorry, I can't ever remember his name. There are many religious beliefs and many light workers in there. It is time for us to show up. It is time for us to understand and live what we came to do this lifetime. That means for many of us, releasing fear of showing up, releasing the fear of recrimination, and being willing to be courageous in this lifetime and say, hey, this is what I do. This is who I am. This is what I believe. There are those out there that need you to show up in that. This isn't for me. When I walked away from religion so many years ago, I went, God, I'm going to trust that you're going to open the doors for me. You're going to shut the ones you don't, because I want to be used by you in life. This is how you and I are going to walk together. It is not for me to tell anyone else how to walk with you. That was a real sticking point for me. That and the one and done, and that we're all just horrible people. those were a few of what the religious community really purports. And the one and done never made sense, that I got this life, which is pretty good. And then there were these babies that came into horrendous things and da 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 da. Now, as a learning opportunity in life, I could buy that we're all here to learn and to serve. And so that's where I went. That does not have to be your perspective. Your perspective needs to resonate. And the truth is, your life has been very different than my life. We cannot have the same perspective. That is why we don't want to engage in arguments with others that do not believe the way we do. They have lived very differently. Let them. There's a book out there by somebody. Let them. I don't remember who it is. Not, maybe it's Mel Robbins. I'm not sure. Um, let them do their thing. That has nothing to do with you. It may affect you, but what you do with that is totally your business, totally your work. You know, if it's going to be, it's up to me. And so you let them do their thing. You do your thing. Sometimes that means we have to let people in our life go. And that's okay. Very few relationships last a lifetime. Most of them are transient, friends, family. You know, some of us have family we definitely want to let go of because they stand in our way continuously. And so when you're connected and you do that daily practice, shed pure love and joy for a minute each day, engage in gratitude each day, connect with your higher power, do a little breath work to bring the tension, the whatever that's, you know, kind of tumultuous in your field down. That pure love and joy tool will keep you moving out of judgment of others and keeping you in a flow state. Judgment is just me trying to make myself feel better. The other day after Charlie Kirk's death, and somebody utilizing it for their gain just set me off. And I posted, and it really wasn't directed at anybody, but it was not accepting, loving, peaceful. It was in reaction to those that would seek to use every tragedy as a platform for their belief system. And that I did not exercise pure love and joy. I exercised reactivity. Then I had to go back. I took down the post, apologized to one person who pointed out to me that that was disturbing, and get back into connection. We are human. We're not going to do everything right, even though that's kind of, you know, what I think what we all strive for, to be the best humans we know how to be. However misguided sometimes that is. It is up to us to be the purveyors. We have got this. The light workers, the seers, the psychics, the channels, the witches, the wizards, the alchemists, the Christians, the Catholics, the Mormons, the Buddhists, the Muslims, the followers of whoever. All of those that follow love is the key. It does not matter what religious belief system you engage in. Love is the answer to every question. Love is the thing that will change us and change the world. And love is the most powerful change agent there is. So engage more in that. Yep, Julia, you're talking about holding in many resentment and negative thoughts. Many ancient cultures believe that holding in toxins, including toxic energy and emotions, will show up as liver issues and such. Absolutely. And the breath work, spewing it out of your mouth, isn't actually going to let it go. It's going to create more of that. But breath work and breathing out, just do it. Again, it's you do you. Do some breath work every morning. If you, especially if you have a physical issue you're dealing with, and just breathe it out. Breathe in already healed. Breathe out whatever physical issue you're dealing with. Already healed in. Breathe out dis-ease. Already healed. Breathe out dysfunction. Already healed. Breathe out disalignment. It's a great tool, open to anybody and everybody. I have many tools that can help you manage your energy. That is truly what it's about. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Be at ease. Be a purveyor of peace, love, and expansion in those, and move forward today with greater peace. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage, on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we meet again.